Jason Johnson with ABS Supply, where innovation never sleeps. Today we're here to talk about ferrule flow. We're going to answer some questions that I do not know the answer to, but I can tell you this: Ferrule is making some wild claims on their website that this will increase your blasting productivity 25 to 50%. So I said, let's buy one and find out for ourselves. So that's what we're going to do today. So will this little baby make us blast 25% faster? We're about to find out. Stick around to the end of the video and we'll answer this question for myself and everyone watching. Let's talk about the parameters, what we got going here. We got a Schmidt 3.5 cubic foot pot, pneumatic remote controls. We got a number 4 nozzle, a Kaiser 210 CFM compressor. We're going to blast at about 100 PSI, and we're going to take the pressure at 3 places. We're going to take the pressure at the blast tip at the nozzle with this gauge. We are going to take our inlet pressure, and we're going to take our pressure down below the pusher line, which is where in between those 2 gauges, we're going to insert the ferrule flow on test number 2, and we're going to see what that does to that pressure. Does it drop? Does it stay the same? Does it go up? We will find out. So stick around. Let's get set up and let's have a blast. Okay, so we're going to take our 3060 coal slag that we're using for both tests. We're going to do half of this plate standard, normal, just like I would blast every other day, with my 3 cubic foot pot, a number 4 nozzle at 100 PSI. Then we're going to cut, we're going to insert the ferrule flow into the system and blast another chunk of this plate the exact same size with that. We'll do a time schedule, we'll do a profile test, and we'll see at the end where we end up. Okay, so we just did our standard blast test. So now I'm going to insert this into the pusher line, the ferrule flow, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for the next test. It says in the instructions to install this only hand tight. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we got our ferrule flow installed. We're going to go back over to the pot. We're going to fire this thing up. We're going to take some pressure readings on all 3 pressure gauges again to document it, and then we'll do our time trial. So we're getting ready for our second test with the ferrule flow here. This part I'm excited to see. What we did in the first one, we got coal slag in the pot. The micro valve is open to 2 on the knob dial, turns, and we blasted this. I first got a commercial blast on the first pass. I wanted it to get a little brighter, so I went over it quickly the second pass to get to a near white. So we're going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to do a first blast for a commercial because that's primarily what most of our customers are going for, and then I'm going to hit it again a little bit extra to get it to that near white metal in case you wanted more of a blast. So let's we're going to cut over to the pot. We're going to take our pressure readings just like we did before we started, at the nozzle, at the pusher line, and inlet to the pot, and see what differences we got now. All right, let's go through the quick results. Initially, what we found in our test here. So, we blasted first with our pot setup, 100 psi, 3060 cold slag, 2 turns open on the micro valve. We did our first panel, 2 minutes, 51 seconds. I did a commercial blast, and then I went over and made it closer to a near white on the second pass, ending in 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Then we installed the FerroFlow, changed nothing. Didn't change the grit, pressure settings, anything. All we did was install the FerroFlow right there at the top of the pusher line. Did our second test. What I found was the pattern was a little bit bigger. We blasted at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. I did the first one and then went back over briefly to get a near white metal. I believe the blast was cleaner and whiter on the second one. It was also 39 seconds faster, which equates to 22.8%. So, in our controlled, as we could pull off here in the driveway study, with this thing, consuming 90 CFM with the number 4 nozzle, we had 0 pressure loss at the bottom of the pusher line, which meant we weren't wearing out the grit valve. Everything was still flowing by gravity like it should. That kind of surprised me. But then we went and did the test. It was as advertised. The ferro pattern was bigger, and it did cut almost 23% faster. So with this setting, these scenarios, that part would quickly pay for itself in increased production because we had no more inputs and we got done 22.8% faster with a better blast at the end. Stick with me. I want to do some more future testing. This is pretty exciting what we just learned here today, but I'm going to try it with some larger nozzles and see what holds true. Jason Johnson with ABS. Have a blast.